Damn, Schwazi, I love this beat.
Al is calling you up and saying one thing and calling Armon up.
When does Al get checked is what I want to know. He's stirring up drama. He's going back and forth between me and Armon, trying to get us at odds, having these conversations. When does he get checked and held accountable?
Too much tea, baby. Somebody has exposed Al Reynolds and put out behind-the-scene clips of executive meetings that he's had where he went off his rocker, yelling at the head of programming, Miss Joyce. And baby, it's not giving mature. It's definitely not giving professional. So they said Al was not too fond of Miss Joyce as it was, and that she allegedly sent a mistaken email that was for somebody else. She made a mistake and sent it to Al saying that he needs to pipe it down. He does too much. Of course, Al took issue with that, and he had a meeting with Miss Joyce alongside Claudia. Let's make a quick stop by Aaron at the house of Aaron so we could see Al show the colors of his rainbow that he has been trying to hide, baby, because he showed his entire.
There's a disconnect. There's a disconnect, Joyce, and you refuse to recognize it, and it's not fair. You say to us certain things, but then you backslide on it. You say certain things to me, and you say certain things to other people. It's quite clear you got caught twice talking about me. You got caught. And I won't even tell on this show, on this Zoom, what you said to me offline. Okay, so we won't even talk about that.
Al, I just want really quick. I want to jump in because guys, we're on Zoom and it's still people on here, and this conversation is recorded. The thing is, I just want us we're definitely. This is we have to resolve this, but I just kind of want this to keep this in house because these type of things.
Let's talk about being very unprofessional. Okay. Why would you send me that? Why when you say, Al, look, I apologize. I messed up. You're going to send me, let's talk about being very unprofessional. Telling me I'm being unprofessional because I missent something. You missent it first. Missent it first. And then you're going to call me unprofessional?
Al,
cut it out. And then you say to me, please pay attention to the show. I'm not paying attention to the show? Did I miss something? Did I miss when somebody called on me?
I'm not raising my voice at you.
Well, I am because I'm upset. I'm tired of my EP not respecting how I feel. I'm tired of my EP talking shit about me. I'm tired of my EP acting like one thing in front of one group and one thing in front of another. Okay, I have a right to be upset. I asked you to please let me go. You will not let me go.
Wow.
So this is what you get.
Okay.
And I'm glad it's being recorded because I need for people to see what I'm dealing with on a regular basis with you.
Girl.
Let me stop Al right there. Let's pause for a second because there's nowhere in the world he would have talked to an older white lady that was in authority to him like that. Granted, Miss Joyce might need to go ahead and look into retirement. Al did not have to speak to Miss Joyce in that manner. It seems as if it was an honest mistake. I don't know what church Miss Joyce go to, but I'm pretty sure it's somebody from the soprano and the alto section of the mass choir that's seeing what's going on YouTube. Embarrassing. I guess Carlos King really does know how to get the girls going.
You're absolutely right. That was the rule, is that Claudia is not to come back.
And why are you jumping down my throat for following your rule that you put in? And then why are you going to call me in front of my colleagues that I do too much as usual? Those were your words. You want me to scroll down and read them? You want me to scroll down and read them? I do too much on this show? I do too much Joyce on this show on a regular? Okay, then why would you say it?
It's so ironic that Al is jumping down Miss Joyce's throat because she said that he does too much when in actuality the audience really believes that he doesn't do enough. And of course, Miss Joyce is going to say you do too much because she's not of this era or generation.
Why would you say it?
Okay, because this is what happened. Last week, you cut Claudia off when she was trying to end the show to give a shout out. You've done it at the top of the show.
I'm not the only one that cuts people off to say stuff at the end of the show, Joyce. Get out of here.
Get out of where? She's not in your home. And that's my whole issue with all of this drama that y'all having in this virtual workspace. This is a talk show. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be something that you do because you love to do it. Al, I bet you all your school progress reports said does not work well with others, fails to get along with others.
Get out, my Joyce. So I'm the only one that cuts anybody off on this show. I'm the only one that doesn't follow the script. I'm the only one that does impromptu stuff. Get out of here, Joyce.
Doing that, that's the thing.
Okay.
Joyce, hey guys, I think we got to table this conversation
I'm the one
now.
that's always the problem on the show, right, Joyce?
No, I'm not saying that you're always the problem on the show, but whenever I try to talk to you about the issues that we have, each of us, all of them, I speak to each of them.
Joyce, we have so many issues on this show, sweetheart. For you to constantly nitpick me every day and call me every day telling me something that I need to work on is exhausting. And I've told you that. I said, Joyce, we have people falling off the damn internet, and you're calling me about a glow I have at the top of my freaking head. I have said that to you, but you don't understand what that means when you constantly have to criticize a talent all the time. It doesn't feel good. And it doesn't feel good when I am trying my freaking best every freaking day.
Now, Al, you know it don't feel good when your colleagues and your co-workers and your constituents find out how messy you've been with the other colleagues and the co-workers and the constituents behind their back. That don't feel good.
And you don't acknowledge it. I'm sick of it. And for put some shit like in that chat, you better be glad it came to me. And I'm glad it came. It came to me for a reason. And the reason is for me to talk to you like this right now. You have no right to call me unprofessional because you have been on a live show talking with your friends and cackling and kickling with your friends on a live YouTube show. You have never seen that come out of my camp over here.
Well, Al, somebody has exposed you and we're seeing it now. Give the church mother some grace.
You have some nerve to tell me I'm unprofessional. I'm done.
So when you calm down, we can have a better conversation.
So allegedly, Al had it out for Miss Joyce and went to her higher ups, her bosses, and complained about her. He had it out for her so bad that she had to switch up and start coddling him. And this is how we're going to arrive at this next clip where there's a meeting with Miss Joyce, Claudia, and Armon.
I can't take it anymore. I cannot take this. Al called me the day after the Image Awards and said, we need to have a meeting with Joyce. And I found it weird because we don't really talk anymore. He wanted to have a meeting since I'm tired of the lies. And it has to all be on the table. And I wish Al was here. And I said, what? He calls me up and says he doesn't like the direction of the show. And at the time, I wasn't feeling it either, in full disclosure. And Armon, I told you this.
We already know this.
I told you I wasn't feeling it either. I felt like it was all this contention. It was this negative, and I felt the same way. So he's like, I want to have a meeting with Joyce, which I thought was weird that he wanted to include me because I know they have their relationship and they talk a lot. And then they're close. So I was like, all right, whatever. I'll be on the meeting. In the meeting, he said he felt a few things. He felt like Justin is making the show too gay, and he wanted Destiny to have a more of a bigger role in the show and take over the topics. Did say that. Okay, so you agree with that. Then he also said, and Armon, I don't like the tone of the show, and I'm just not happy, and I don't think I can do this much longer if he's here. And I was like, wow, okay. He said that. He also said, I went out with Armon, and Armon said that him and Justin went on a date, and he's been very heavily coached for this job, including being told to join after. That is what's being said. I'm sorry, Joyce. I'm a very honest person. I'm not good at lying, and I will tell the truth. That's what was said in the meeting. We had this meeting. We did have a meeting. He did say that. I'm not even putting that on you. That's why I find it very odd that you're rushing to his defense and saying, no, shutting it down. He said it, Joyce. I'm a very credible person, and I'm not a liar. I'm not.
I agree with every single thing.
Okay, but he did tell you that, Joyce, and I don't know why you're denying it.
That's a problem. That's a problem.
Not a problem.
So, Joyce, you didn't tell me that he said that I am making the show heavily gay as a manager. That is
he did say that. And he said he wanted. He said he wanted Destiny to take over your role and to put her more in the position.
You didn't tell me this, Joyce.
Swear to God.
He didn't say that Justin was making it heavily gay.
Oh my God! Joyce.
That's what he said.
Let me walk it off.
He felt that the show was turning heavily gay. He didn't say that Justin is making the show heavily gay.
Then why would he suggest Destiny to take over?
No, he didn't say for Destiny to check over. He said maybe what Destiny can do is Destiny. Hold on one second.
Basically, we're saying the same thing, but you're making it more palatable. We're saying the same thing. You guys, I'm not a liar. I've never lied. I can't lie about this.
Destiny can take over doing more of the topics that, as it relates to women, as it relates to relationships. That's what he said. And I said, oh, okay. Well, that's a good idea. You know.
Have you ever told Justin this?
We'll see. We'll see. Yeah. I told Justin the theme of what our conversation was. That's
no, you didn't tell me that Al said when you said the show was becoming heavily gay. This is new to me, Joy. That's why I'm just really shocked. This was not told to me from my manager.
I just feel like, why were we not on this meeting if it was going into that much depth?
I'm not going to sit here and continue to go around.
Because they didn't think I'd ever tell you guys because we were all kept at odds for a reason. Al has been puppeteering, keeping us all fighting against each other and not getting along, He hangs up the Zoom. He always does that. He always runs. Al does this a lot.
He doesn't do that anymore. He does not.
Oh my God, yes he does.
He has Zoom. Unfortunately, he did, was with you, and I had to speak on it because that's just not cool. We've already had that conversation before, back in the day when we had the issue with you and then everybody else. Then moving forward, we're not going to be disrespectful and hang up the Zooms on.
When does Al get checked is what I want to know. Because he's, to me, is the problem here. When does he get checked?
I checked Al about when he hung up on you.
His behavior, he's still doing the same thing. You said he's course corrected. He still is long-winded. He still cuts people off. He's stirring up drama. He's going back and forth between me and Armon, trying to get us at odds, having these conversations. When does he get checked and held accountable?
Claudia, I'm not going to get involved with you guys telling me that Al is calling you up and saying one thing and calling Armon up and saying, I'm not checking him about that. That's you guys to take care of. Okay?
No problem. Noted.
I'm not going to get involved in
No, I get that. And so that's why I'm going to talk about the call.
Let's slide on over to Conscious TV because we won't talk about the call too, Armon.
I think I'd ever tell you guys because we were all kept at odds for a reason. Al has been puppeteering, keeping us all fighting against each other and not getting along, having sidebar conversations, trying to get me fired to Joyce, and then having conversations with me, Armon, to try to get you fired to Joyce and to me, and that is a fact. And as long as you and I weren't speaking, and then Justin and I were in a weird place ever since I was on College Hill, so we weren't speaking. So all of us aren't speaking like we're supposed to. But Joyce and Al are still speaking very much. And Al has been very much been creating them, been puppeteering all of us to be at odds. And then all it took was me finally have a conversation with Armon because I did not like the feeling. I was like, you know what? I love doing this show, and I want us to get along. I want to extend an olive branch to him, and I'm glad he was open to it. We spoke, and now we're good, Joyce. And that's why the show has been really good the last few days, because we're not being kept at odds. Fun fact for you, Joyce. Do you know whenever me and Armon get into it on the show, and he comes for me, Al rushes and calls Armon to tell him how much he loves the discourse on the show when he comes for me? What kind of show is that? What kind of show is that?
Baby, Al done worked y'all like a remote control cult. Al, you know you down bad. Too much tea.